Hello and welcome to the historic Morgan Bowl for the 109th Turkey Day Classic as the 7-3 Marlboro Panthers come to town to take on the 8-2 Hudson Hawks. And if that pregame video didn't give you the chills, the temperature here will, as it's 30 degrees at field level with the wind chill dropping us down to about 15 degrees at kickoff. This afternoon though, there's more at stake than just inter-county bragging rights in the infamous Mr. Macedo Winter Hat Trophy, as both teams come in unblemished at 4-0 in the Midwalk Conference, with the winner leaving the Morgan Bowl as the 2013 Midwalk League champions. Marlboro started the season 6-0 before falling in the Division II Central semifinals to traditional power St. John Shrewsbury 56-20. The Panthers have hit a little bit of a skid since, but come to the Morgan Bowl with a high-powered aerial attack led by quarterback John Rubney. The Hawks also started the year undefeated at 6-0, but lost in their respective semifinals in the Division IV Central bracket. That loss came at home 27-6 to Doherty, who advanced to the Division II state championship game in just a few weeks' time.
Gulls Insider here with first baseman Steve Anderson. Steve, as one of the veteran leaders on this Gull squad, what are some of the things you tell on some of the new guys on this squad about the playoffs?
Just try to treat it too differently. It's just try to stay relaxed up there, do the little things right, and control what you can control, because anything can happen. But you just try to get better each day, and that's what we've been doing throughout, and we're going to try and do that in the playoffs too.
Do you feel any pressure being on this Gull squad, which is expected to make a deep run? You guys are the #1 seed, best record in the league. Is there any pressure with all that?
I mean, we've had a target on our back since day one, so we're kind of used to it. We're just try and go out there and play our game, and have our pitchers do what they do best, and make some good contact up there. And I think things will be okay for us.
What's the atmosphere around this team like as you guys transition from the regular season to the playoffs?
I think we're on a pretty good roll right now, so I think everyone's real confident. Just going to try and continue that roll in the playoffs and take another ring.
How important is it to defend home field advantage here in night one before you have to go up to Sanford tomorrow?
It's a big game. Every game one of the series is huge, and luckily we're here, and the work we put in during the regular season got us here. So we're looking to defend our home and take that early lead.
A lot of baseball last week. Where's your game at heading into this game one?
I feel good. The good thing about a lot of baseball is a lot of reps. So when you're feeling good and you continue to see balls well, and I'm feeling good right now. I think everyone's feeling pretty good. So I think we're going to go out there and do pretty well.
So what's it going to take to win game one tonight and end up winning this series?
Just kind of what we're doing all year. Just good pitching, throwing strikes, making the plays when we need to, and getting guys on, getting them over, and hopefully driving them in.
All right, Steve, thanks for your time. That was first baseman Steve Anderson here on Gulls Insider. The Gulls pregame show continues here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
It's the Big East in 12. Today we'll look back at the first season of the new Big East, and Dan Marcello will give you a look forward on what to expect as the season rolls on. We'll also head to the debate desk where Stephen Auld will take on our all-star panel of guests. We'll get you ready for the Big East tournament in Madison Square Garden. Don't you dare go anywhere. It's the Big East in 12.
We have 12 minutes to get you caught up to speed on the 2013-2014 Big East basketball campaign. We've got no timeouts, no fouls to give, but the possession arrow is in our favor. Let's dive into some highlights. We'll start on January 20th in the city of brotherly love. It's Creighton at #4 Villanova at the time, and it was the Ethan Raggy show. Knocks down the three, receives a pass, and does it one more time from way deep. We'll show one more for good measure. He knocked down 8 of 10 three-point field goals in the first half, and this was number 9 on the game, which was a Creighton record for threes in a game. Final score, Creighton 96, Villanova 68. Bit of a shocker as number 7 Michigan State traveled to the Mecca Madison Square Garden to take on Georgetown. Here's 2 of 20 from Gary Harris as he got to the hole and finished. But Nate Lubick shows off his basketball IQ to go along with his book smarts. He gets an easy layup after the inbound. Here's another look at that heads-up play. Now it's Markel Starks. After giving the ball off, gets to the hole and jams. Georgetown was up 5, and Coach Thompson III was loving his play from the Hoyas. After a loose ball, Jabril Trawick out front, 30 seconds left with the jam, the exclamation point, and the Hoyas pull off the big upset during their rough season, beating Tom Izzo and Sparty 64-60.
Back here for the top of the 7th. Mainers coming to bat, trailing the Newport Gulls 2-0. Van Vossen, 70 pitches through 6, will face off against the Mainers 5, 6, 7. And here to take you through the play-by-play for 7 through 9, instead of Nick Lima, it will be Jared Ware.
Thank you, Jacob. Due up, Verrier, Papio, and LaPointe for the Mainers, who trail in this ball game 2-0. They've picked up just one hit on the afternoon on the returning Mick Van Vossen, who's back out for a 7th inning of work. Unsure if he would come back for this inning. Kevin Long in between, actually. The top of the 6th and the bottom of the 6th went down to the bullpen. Not sure if there's any action going on there, as the first pitch is fouled off by Verrier behind home plate, and it's an 0-1 count on the designated hitter for the Mainers, who on the afternoon has been hit by Van Vossen twice. Was picked off during a fielder's choice and was stranded on second back in the 4th inning. That pitch cut on and missed, and Van Vossen's ahead 0-2 once again. Been out front of the Mainers hitters all afternoon. Been in control of his stuff and has looked phenomenal coming off that left ankle injury. That ball high and away. Count now 1-2.
Very getting hit in the bicep the first time and then just below the neck the second time.
Check swing. He went around and he was tagged by Barr after he dropped that fastball for the first out of the top of the 7th inning. The Gulls again leading 2-0. Those 2 runs came back in the bottom of the 1st inning. Not much action to speak of outside of that.
Speaking of action, there is action in Newport's bullpen. Joe Iorio is up and throwing. Right-hander.
Out of Division II Barry University. First pitch to Papio. The left fielder misses outside. It's a 1-0 count. Van Vossen out of Michigan State University had one complete game in 2013 that came against a win against Ohio State 7-2 in Big Ten play. His count is even now 1-2 on Papio. Make that 1-2 as he swung through that fastball. And Van Vossen teammates with Brett Winger, who's out of the University of Michigan. So a little rivalry action between those two in the dugout, though if you ask Winger, I'm sure he'll tell you that rivalry is not as big as the way Van Vossen perceives it. Michigan constantly refers to Michigan State as the little brother in that rivalry. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed by Papio. Second strikeout of the inning for Van Vossen. And quickly 2 down for the Mainers, who need to get something going soon if they're going to want to come back in this one. They will travel out to Mystic later on in the day to take on the Schooners if the weather allows. We saw that big patch of green coming across Connecticut and Rhode Island just a few innings ago. Due to hit in a few hours' time. Up at the dish now is Nate LaPointe, the catcher, and that fastball runs up and in. Chin music for LaPointe, who ducks out of the way. LaPointe on the afternoon is 0 for 2, flew out to center in the second, struck out with the bases loaded in the 4th. Takes a cut on that Van Vossen offering and comes up empty. Count evens up at 1-1. Looks like Iorio is done warming up. I can see him down the third base line heading back towards the bench area in the bullpen. Ball chopped off home plate. It's a 1-2 count on LaPointe. Van Vossen ahead once again, and he's looking to strike out the side here in the top of the 7th.
Once again, a lot of games across the league tonight. 3 split doubleheaders, or 2, and then a regular doubleheader. As LaPointe fouls that one off his leg, that'll sting a little bit. He does stay alive, though. Holyoke and Vermont playing a doubleheader, but Vermont will be the acting home team in Game 1 at 5 p.m. at Mackenzie Stadium. And we'll flip sides at 6:35 p.m.
Missing upstairs is Van Vossen. The count is 2-2. Got to be playing 7 innings in that doubleheader if they're going 5 o'clock and 6:35, and even that schedule is well on the optimistic side. And Van Vossen strikes out the side with a fastball that paints the black. LaPointe not happy with the call, but nonetheless, through 6.5, the Gulls lead 2-0 over the traveling Sanford Mainers here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Back here at Cardines Field, heading towards the home half of the 7th. And as expected, there's a change on the mound for the Sanford Mainers. To give you the rundown on the new pitcher, Jacob Willett, take it away.
Thank you very much, Jared. 0-1 with a 3.85 ERA is Andrew Gallagher, the 5'11", 185-pound righty out of Fairfield University. 11 games all out of the bullpen, 1 save, 18 2/3, 22 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 22 hits allowed. His last appearance came on July 25th in that 8-4 loss against the New Bedford Bay Sox, pitching inning and a third. Gave up 2 runs, which were both earned, 3 hits, 1 strikeout in the 7 batters that he faced.
He'll come into this ball game and have to take on the Gulls 9-1 and 2 batters. That's Cody Jones, Shea Donlin, and Adrian English. Up first will be Jones, who's 1 for 2 on the night with a single back in the 2nd. Swiped the bag while he was on the base pass, was stranded on 3rd as that first pitch misses low and away. Grounded out to the second baseman back in the 4th.
Looks to be some debris on the field on the third base side. The final line for Scott Heath, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, which were both earned, and 4 walks. He did not strike out a batter, and he hit 1. Gave up the 2 runs in the first inning, but settled down through the rest of the way.
Called strike over the outside black. It's a 1-1 count on Jones. Heath on the hook for the loss, but still 2.5 innings or 2 more opportunities for the Mainers to come back in this ball game. So this story not fully written. As another called strike on Jones, the count's 1-2 on the center fielder out of Texas Christian University. Round Rock, Texas native. Missing outside with a heater is Gallagher. Count evens up at 2-2.
He throwing 96 pitches through 6 innings.
Swung on and missed is Jones, and he'll head back to the Gulls dugout without number 1 in his belt. That's a strikeout swinging for Gallagher, and it'll bring up Shea Donlin, the second baseman who on the night is 0 for 2, reached on a walk in the 2nd, flew out in the 1st, actually popped up to 3rd in the 1st, and grounded out to 1st in the 5th.
Only the first strikeout for the Gulls in this afternoon's contest.
Missing outside with the first offering is Gallagher. The Gulls have had base runners on the afternoon, but only just the 2 runs that came back in the 1st.
Gulls only struck out 6 times in 14 innings of baseball yesterday versus Plymouth.
The pitch from Gallagher, breaking ball, catches the outside corner, and he's ahead of Donlin 1-2. And he's going to come in and look to keep the Gulls offense at bay, keep the Mainers in it, and hope that they can scratch across a run or 2 here in the final 2 innings. Grounded to short, Black comes up firing to Wilson. It's a 6-3 putout on Donlin for out number 2 of the bottom half of the 7th, and that will bring up Adrian English, as we mentioned, wearing unfamiliar number 17. Usually wears the number 3 jersey. There might have been a mix-up at the laundromat or something this morning. Unable to find that number 3. He was going to wear number 9, but decided to go with 17. As that breaking ball is over the heart of the plate, called strike 1.
Blame Steve Anderson. He's the laundry man.
That ball struck hard to short center. Coming in is Bresnowitz, and he makes the play. That's a fly out to center field to end the 7th inning. After 7 full, it's Gulls 2, Mainers nothing here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. So all 11 are on the ice. Zebras over the face-off circle, and we're set to go. This is a big rivalry showdown. Expect things to get chippy, physical, a lot of extracurricular activity. Should be a great hockey game as Ryan Huber controls the puck, goes D-to-D to his defensive partner, Mike Martinelli, who tried to saucer it away from Ian Mitchell, who kept it in the Hawk zone for just a moment. Puck all the way out to the red line in the neutral zone. Just shoveled in by Murray. Big hit against the boards. He got a good piece of Zorro. Going to see a lot of physicality in this one. These two teams know each other well. They don't like each other. Some familiar names for Roger Williams. Jared Rizzo specifically is one we're going to have to keep an eye on. He's been a thorn in the side of these anchormen in his career with the Hawks. As we're going to get mass line changes, we'll see the first face-off of the afternoon.
And another look at a brand new line out there for the Anchormen with Nate Duquette, Andrew Bathgate, Ricky Pannone, their new second line. Speedy Pannone taking the place of Alex Murray.
Max Waske skated in for Zach Borman there to take that face-off. The Hawks have it. They cycle it behind the boards. Nadiger's there. Try to just shovel it forward, but that was good pressure from Borman. Battle for the puck right in front of the Zamboni doors. The Anchormen come away with it into the neutral zone. Pannone, cross-ice feed. Couldn't find the tape of Duquette. Here come the Hawks. Rister, saved by Tadino. Long, high rebound. Fell nicely onto the backhand for Borman. No, excuse me, that's Jeff Demers. Couldn't get the backhand effort on frame. He had a lot of net to shoot at, though. Puck right in front in the slot. Nadiger has it, comes near side to Pannone, gets a touch of it, knocks it up against the boards, gets away from the defender. Kearney tried to square it in front. Duquette was lurking. Roger Williams has it. That's good forecheck pressure, though, put on by Andrew Bathgate. Got a poke check in there, and that's just dumped in by Max Waske. Up against the board, Daniels traps it with his skate. Saucers it forward into the neutral zone. The Hawks take it away, though, dump it right back in. DiPietro doing his job as the Hawks now have their third line out on the ice. And here comes Ant Daniels. Jack Voney coming into the attacking zone for the Anchormen. Had it poked away by the defender. That was Kevin Murphy. Taken down into the corner. Putting it on the brakes is DiPietro. Puck loose behind Tadino's net. Going down into the corner to get it is Martinelli. Still in the attacking zone for the Hawks. Right in the face-off circle. Dumped along in the direction of Tyler Gover. Anchormen fire it off the boards, but again, it's kept in by the Hawks. So a lot of time this puck has been kept in the attacking zone of the Hawks. They've been on the front foot in the early stages of this game. Expect the Anchormen, though, to grow into it. We're still real early into this game, about 2.5 minutes, as Huber's taken off his feet there by his counterpart Murphy, wearing the number 22 for the Hawks. Luther comes on, gets his body into Gover just a bit. Unable to take him off his skates, though. Here's Murphy. Miscontrols off the boards, gets a second chance at it, dumps it forwards. He's going to skate right to the bench. Puck behind, right at the end line. Thrown off the boards, and there's a huge hit right in front of the Zamboni doors. That was Nadiger who was taken off his feet. Wrapping around Cutter. Again, the Anchormen just trying to get the puck clear. They finally get it into the neutral zone to alleviate some of the pressure, but it's dumped immediately right back in by Jason Stowe. Skalabinski played with the puck a little bit, fired it into the neutral zone. Coming back once again are the Hawks. Daniel Kelly, backhanded effort, kicked away from Tadino, trying to latch onto the rebound with Stowe. Couldn't get a good piece of it. Stowe cycles the puck, allows for a line change. The first line back on for the Hawks. Rizzo kicks it onto his tape, finds a wide open man. That's Ian Mitchell. Slap shot in front. Rizzo on the backhand, just missed wide. Tadino was on his back. No chance he could have made the save.
You did say we needed to watch out for Rizzo.
And that's stolen away again in open ice by Mitchell. Comes down the right wing, thought about taking the slap shot, skates inside, collides with Tadino. Puck's loose behind. Vinny lost his stick, and the whistle finally goes. There was all sorts of body and carnage in the painted area as Mitchell came driving in on Tadino's crease. Tadino stayed strong, but already you can tell Roger Williams' attack has been just dominating to this point.
Yeah.
16-11 remaining in the first period. Jared Ware, Sam Allen bringing you the action here on Anchor TV. Rick Hockey Fridays brought to you by Anchor TV.
Not surprised, though. Rick is playing with 4 defensemen for the second time this season. It's not surprising to see most of the action down in front of Tadino.
And lost in that shuffle, there was a penalty. So the Anchormen are on the penalty kill here for 2 minutes.
Vinny's going to get a penalty for cross-checking on that one.
So David Cook is the sacrificial lamb, and the Anchormen will set up their penalty kill. Roger Williams, as if they've needed more of an advantage, now they have a numbers advantage on the ice, and this on the right wing. Here comes Borman, slows up, drops it back, nearly intercepted, open ice. And this is who you wanted on the stick, Nathan Duquette, the team's leading scorer, goes 5-hole, and that's a shorthanded goal for the Anchormen.
It's a big goal for the Anchormen, getting on the board first in this game. Key.
What a mistake at the blue line. I believe that was Rizzo who miscontrolled the puck, allowing Duquette to poke it away, and he had about 45 feet of open ice, bear down on the goalkeeper Fabrice, and he had no chance, went 5-hole, and Duquette picks up his team-leading 12th goal of the season, unassisted, brings him up to 20 points on the year, which ties him for the team lead with Alex Murray